again as we celebrate the grand opening of our new TT and WF Chow Foundation Hope Health and Wellness Center in 2022. Thank you all very much. Now,
as your attorney, he did not say that.
I think the same thing was said by Abbott here momentarily.
Regina alluded to the founders. They call them the godmothers who oversee the clinic when it first started. Regina, of course, is one of them. Dr. Beverly Gore, I don't know if she's here yet. We alluded to her. But I also want to acknowledge Min Nguyen and Karen So. Those are the four women who had this idea that we did. Well, you've had a chance to meet David. I'd like to just read out the names of the board of directors, and then we can just clap for them at one time since it's kind of a lengthy list here. Michael Brins is our vice president. John Watson, the treasurer. Elena Miles is the secretary. Regine Calvert, Dr. Peter Chang, DeSola Foy, Abel Garza, Emily Lee, Alex Liang, Katrina Coulter, Karen Sang, Dr. Jean Yi, and ex-official member Karen Love. Let's give them all a hand. And next, I'd like to recognize our steering committee. You've met Dr. Ann Chow and Albert Chow. They're Albert's brother James and his wife Lydia. You also know Andrea Arnacostas, Regine Calvert, and myself. The other steering committee members, and again, let me read their names and let's give them an applause at one time. David Acosta, Eddie Allen, and Chin Hui Hui, Dr. Peter Chang, the Honorable Teresa Chang, Donna Fujimura Cole, Harry G., Ben Gondo, Edmund and Beverly Gore, Dr. Patrick Leung, Wai Ping Sun, Karen So, Chase Etmeyer, and John Watson. Let's give them a hand. Now, of course, we're in for treats. Greetings from our elected representatives. I know you've been waiting for that. We're fortunate to have Congressman Al Green join us. Congressman Green has been such a friend to this organization. You know, when people didn't like this idea of earmarks, but he has been the one to say, this is how we deliver for our community. And he made Hope Clinic his priority number one on earmarks. And because of him, we were able to get allocation from the federal government. He's a dear friend to each of us. At this time, Congressman Green, would you come up, please?
Thank you very much, everyone. Would you kindly give Gordon a big expression of love for his many years of service to our community? Former Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Houston. Thank you so much. The protocol having been established, I won't call all of the names, but because I have a colleague who's present, protocol does require that I acknowledge my colleague. Would you please join me in giving an expression of appreciation to Lizzie Fletcher, Member of Congress. Dear friends, there are occasions when we have to set aside party affiliation, when we have to set aside being conservative or liberal, when we set aside all of the lines that divide us. This is such an occasion. On occasions such as this, we become people of goodwill who want to do the very best for those who are among the least, the last, and the lost, those who can't help themselves. That's what this is all about. Hope Clinic, we thank you for what you're doing to bring it together. I have the good fortune to be on the right side of history for a change. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. Well, friends, when they decided to eliminate the earmark board, I stood my ground. because I knew how we were able to help our various communities by making these earmarks target things that are needed. Congress people know what's best for their communities and their districts. This is why earmarks work, and no matter what we call this, it is still an earmark. A rose by any name still has the same aroma and it's just as sweet. I do have to acknowledge Jay. I know many of you have seen Jay at many events, and some of you probably think that he's Senator Cornyn. But he's not. Give Jay a big hand for me, please. Jay, I always enjoy working with you. Thank you so much. We did ask for help for this project because it is hope, and it will be hope for many people who will be hopeless but for this project. And I'm proud to say that the response was a $2 million, not yet quite appropriation, but it is $2 million that is being acknowledged. And I think that if we work hard and we continue to get the support from our elected officials, our friends in the Senate, I believe we'll get this $2 million. And while it won't be the amount that many others have contributed, I think that the public-private partnership is being made possible because of this $2 million. We're the public part of it. So let's have the public get some appreciation for what it's doing. Finally, this, dear friends, I promise that I won't give a keynote speech today, although I am prepared. If you're in Congress, you're prepared to give a keynote speech on any occasion. Believe me. You come ready. And then you come hoping that you'll have the opportunity. But Gordon has been a good friend. I want to say just a word more about Gordon, if I may. Gordon Pond has had many opportunities to do many things in this city. But he has devoted, it seems to me, his life to helping people who find themselves in the streets of life, figuratively speaking, not in the sweets of life. Those who live in the sweets of life, we're going to be okay. We've been blessed. It's the people who live in the streets of life that we have to devote our time to. And I just believe that those of us who are blessed, and I believe most of us here today are blessed, we really are. Is Chase here? Chase, is that you? Chase, I haven't seen you in years, man. You still look like Chase. I keep this mask on because I don't look like the Al you once knew. Give Chase a hand, please. I digress. But I love this guy. But back to Gordon. People who live in the streets of life, those we who are here today, we are blessed. And we're blessed for one reason, and that is to be a blessing to others. Hope Clinic, Gordon, is going to be a blessing to many others who just have not found their way to the sweets of life. And I'm just appreciative that there are people of goodwill such as those who have assembled here who will devote their time and their energy and their effort to people you will never meet and greet. Most of the 155,000 people, you'll never meet them. But you'll know when you rest at home at night that you made a difference in the lives of people. And really, when you think about it, that's what life is all about. Being the part, aid and assistance to somebody else. So Hope, I'm grateful to you. Gordon, I appreciate you. Rogine, I thank you. Mr. President, Chair, all persons, I thank you. And I want to leave you with this certificate of special congressional recognition. What would a ceremony like this be without a certificate of special congressional recognition? Given that my colleague is here, I'm going to ask the Honorable Lindsay Fletcher to come up. And Jay, if you don't mind, since you're representing the Senator, Rogine, let's have the chair of the board and Dr. If you let me, I'll get everybody up here. So somebody stop me. Somebody stop me. All right. All right, dear friends. It reads, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition. Imagine that. Presented to Hope Health and Wellness Center on the occasion of your groundbreaking ceremony. On behalf of the constituents of the 9th Congressional District of Texas, this is the 9th Congressional District of Texas, I salute your dedication to providing health and educational resources to residents across the greater Houston area. And I am reminded of the words attributed to Ruth Smeltzer. I'm not sure that that's correct, but she reminds us, if these are her words, that some measure their lives by days and years, others by heartthrobs, passions, and tears, but the surest measure under God's Son is what for others in your lifetime have you done. Thank you for what you've done for others in your lifetime. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Congressman. As the Congressman alluded to, we are joined by another member of Congress, the Honorable Lizzie Fletcher. Lizzie has not been in Congress as long as Congressman Green, but she has made a true impact in the time that she has been in Congress. She stood by so many people in times of need. She's kind of a go-to person that she knows when we have problems with immigration. Oftentimes it's her aides who will run interference and try to get things done. So without further ado, Congressman Lizzie Fletcher.
Thank you so much, Gordon. And thanks to all of you for being here. Thank you for welcoming me and including me in this ceremony this morning. I'm delighted to be with all of you. I will just start by saying one of the very first lessons I learned when I was elected to Congress and I went to speak, even before I'd been sworn in, was that it is very hard to follow Congressman Al Green. But the other thing I learned right away is that it is very easy to work with him. He is a true leader. He's the chair of our Texas delegation. He works to bring people together, and I'm so privileged and honored to be in the 9th Congressional District this morning and to be here with Congressman Al Green. Thank you so much for your leadership, Congressman Green. And thanks to the leadership of everyone who's here, the board members, the committee members, the founders, those who have made this moment possible today. I'm grateful to be here representing the constituents of the 7th Congressional District who definitely are served by the Hope Clinic and are so grateful for what the clinic does for our community. And I, having visited myself, having been there and seen firsthand the incredible impact that Hope Clinic has, I'm just really, really privileged and pleased to be here this morning. And that's why it was easy for me to lend my voice in support of Congressman Green's request for a special appropriation, a community-funded project for Health and Human Services funding for this center. And looking at the center behind us and looking at the ground that is already dug up behind us, we can see at this moment how impactful this will be for our community at a time when we need it so much. We have seen over the last year and a half in particular, but for years before, as Regine was explaining, how important it is for people to have access to quality, affordable health care, for people to have care from people they know and trust, who know them, who care about them, who show up for them day in and day out, and who are there to make sure that they get the care that they need. And they're going to get the care that they need here. It is incredible what is going to happen in this facility to have quality primary care, to have OB-GYN care, to have dental and vision and behavioral health specialists, as well as a pharmacy and a teaching kitchen and a garden and a cafe, and all of the things that really speak to the health and wellness of our entire community, our entire population, all of the things that we need to live healthy and active and meaningful lives. And right now, we know that we are facing so many challenges when it comes to access to health care. It's why I was so proud that my bill to expand Medicaid in states like Texas that haven't expanded yet was included in the American Rescue Plan. And it's why I keep working with Congressman Green and our congressional delegation every day to get people the care they need to expand our access to health care. But what we see is so symbolic of what we do in Houston. Where there's a need, we don't wait for someone else to solve that problem. We need it. We meet the need here and we bring our community together, our diverse community. People from all across this region are here this morning to help and make sure that this valuable project that will increase the healthcare services to an additional, I think it's 42,000 patients, and create a teaching site, a place where people practicing family medicine and obstetrics and gynecology can learn and can work. And importantly, as was mentioned earlier, this will be a place where people can come that is equipped to withstand whatever disasters may come our way. And unfortunately, we have seen too many in recent years that unfortunately coincided with your capital campaign, but didn't seem to slow it down, which is fantastic. So I know and appreciate the Hope Clinic's unique role in serving these needs, and I'm just so grateful to be here to be a part of this morning. And I will say, as a sort of personal note, we have been dealing with a family health crisis over the last week or so. And I know from firsthand experience what people need in a moment when they need health care. What they need. They need quality care. They need quality care. They need compassionate care. They need care close to home. They need to be able to get the care they need. They need guidance. They need assistance from people who can help them in whatever language, in whatever state they're in. That's what people need, and most of all what they need is hope. And that's what they get. That's what they get at the Hope Clinic now, and that's what they're going to get right here on this site as soon as this building is completed. So I just want to share my congratulations to everyone who has made it possible to be here this morning and making this happen. I thank you for including me in this morning's celebration and all you have done. And I thank you for your work for our community and the incredible impact that you have had and will continue to have through what we're celebrating here with this groundbreaking this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman. Next person, been alluded to earlier. He's been around for a long time, dear friend, Jay Guerrero, representing Senator Cornyn.
For quite a while, very much appreciate his work here and everybody's work here. I know the senator has been a huge fan of the work of the federally qualified health centers and what they bring to the region and the state of Texas. He's always supported them. I still remember my first conversation with Dr. Cataclystis, just seeing the eye of the tiger in terms of this mission that she's been bringing forward. And the senator has supported early on and has a deep appreciation for all of you, and he sends his greetings to the Chow family for their work in bringing this forward and supporting this, and sends his regards to Congressmembers Green and Fletcher. I'm just going to quickly read this letter that he sent me with, and it says, "Dear friends, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on the groundbreaking of the TT and WF Chow Foundation Hope Health and Wellness Clinic. I admire your dedicated efforts to achieve this goal. It's an accomplishment which you should be very proud. Since 2002, the Hope Clinic has provided a variety of excellent medical services to diverse communities from throughout Houston, and I applaud the support of the TT and WF Chow Foundation to make this clinic a reality. Hope Clinic has steadily worked towards the vision of bringing affordable, high-quality health care to its clients. Your efforts to keep our communities healthy are greatly appreciated by all Texans, and I am certain that the TT and WF Chow Foundation Hope Health and Wellness Clinic will expand your mission, serving members of our society who are most in need. While I cannot be with you today to celebrate this groundbreaking, please know that I continue to commend the ongoing work of Hope Clinic. It's a privilege to represent you in the United States Senate. Best wishes for the years ahead. Sincerely, John Porter, United States Senator. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay. I know earlier our city councilmember Tiffany Thomas was here. Is Tiffany still here? She had to leave. Having been on council, I know all of the constraints you have, obligations to different events. So we thank her for having come by early. Also, Heather LeGrand, did she make it from the last? Okay, she's here. Okay, I'm sorry we didn't have a chance to recognize you earlier. Heather LeGrand, she is with the state of Texas, the Texas General Land Office. So, let me have her.
It's great to see you all. Thank you so much for involving us in this. This is an amazing event. Thank you to our partners in Harris County who are letting the General Land Office participate with you in this project. Shortly following Hurricane Harvey, a delegation of folks came and visited with us about the Hope Clinic, and I became an immediate fan. I was so pleased to see that Harris County has selected this project to move it forward. In addition to all of the vital health care that Hope Clinic provides, they truly stepped up for the city of Houston and the surrounding area during Hurricane Harvey. I don't know if you've heard all the stories, but they literally opened their doors and were seeing anybody and everybody that they could when their surrounding neighboring facilities couldn't take those people on. So the ability for Hope Clinic to step in out of the facility they currently have, can you imagine what they're going to do with the facility they're building now? It's going to be wonderful. I mean, this is a beautiful building. There are so many opportunities there. And as we've discussed already this morning, it's not just about the medical care that they're going to offer. It's going to be a place for community to get together and participate in all things related to the community. And it'll be done in a way that the people who will participate will understand and know in their own languages how they can benefit from this program. So again, on behalf of Commissioner Bush, thank y'all so much for letting us participate in this event, and thank you to Harris County for letting us be a part of this.
Thank you very much, Heather. As Heather alluded to, we are in a county district, precinct 3. We have Tom Ramsey as our commissioner for this area. Representing Tom Ramsey this morning, we have Roger Bridgewater. Roger, you can say a few words on behalf of the commissioner.
Just pass one.
No, I really am excited to be here. When I think about the health problems that we have, the difficulties, I'm from a small town in East Texas, so it's Commissioner Ramsey, and we grew up in a place where people knew your name, and people cared about you, and people could come to let you know that, and I can understand how important it is, and I am excited about the faith, Regina, that you have been able to press on and get you to where you are today. The Congress people for being here, the support, the earmarks is necessary and helped, and it's accomplished something great for your community. And we're proud that this is in Precinct 3. And thank you very much.
Then we also just mentioned that we have a representative from Commissioner Adrian Garcia's office. Where is she? There she is. Okay, thank you very much for representing Commissioner Garcia. Next, also from the county, we're pleased to have, again, the Executive Director of the Harrison County Community Services Department, Dr. Adrienne Holloway, to share some
Excellent. Is there anybody else who has not spoken yet?
Good morning, everyone. What an honor to be here with all of you on such an esteemed occasion. Again, I am Dr. Adrienne Holloway. I'm the Executive Director of the Community Services Department. Today, we're celebrating a very significant accomplishment by a very committed organization, the Hope Clinic. The Hope Clinic is the second largest federal qualified health center in the city of Houston, and that's a distinction in and of itself. And it really just exemplifies its commitment to providing quality and dedicated services to the constituents in its area. And it brought those services here to this community when there was a dearth of medical services, particularly as a result of Hurricane Harvey. And I have to underscore that when the previous hospital was no longer able to provide services as a result of the disaster, Hope Clinic was closed for 2 days, and they came out and provided acute care 2 days after the devastation of the hurricane. That says a lot to be able to ramp up services and bring them to an area that was in dire need. But I think that was just the beginning of what we're seeing today, their commitment to this area and providing those dedicated services. So when they submitted an application to receive funding to acquire over 3 acres of land to build almost an 80,000 square foot building, 3 stories high, it made so much sense for us to commit, in partnership with the General Land Office, over $7.5 million to the development of this facility. And what we know we are committing and contributing to is the development of an asset that's going to be more than just the medical services that are being provided in a culturally sensitive way, in over 35 languages, in a manner that's going to be compassionate and committed and truth and in transparency. We know that when you invest in communities in this way, other people invest too. Other developers invest too. Other people commit too. So we know this is the beginning of some great things that are going to happen here at the request of the services that are being provided at the Hope Clinic. So we are excited to be in partnership with the Hope Clinic. We're excited to come back in 2022 and have a ribbon cutting of this building. But we also are excited that this is opening up a new chapter for even my department, because we want to partner. We want to partner with developers. We want to partner with nonprofits. We want to be the contributor to asset community development in all areas that require this type of investment. So know that we are here. We want to serve. We want to partner. We want to see other clinics and other services and other housing developments being built in communities that have long been divested. So call on us. We are here to help. And congratulations to the Hope Clinic and to the family and foundations that have contributed to what's going to be a wonderful contribution to this community. Thank you.
And I just want to follow up on what Dr. Holloway said. It's not just about the 4 walls of this building. It's going to be farmers markets, concert venues, other things that this building is going to be used for to really support this community. And as she also mentioned, an impetus for other developers to come and say, hey, let me look at that area of Bel Air. I think I can do even more here. So again, thank you for that great donation from the county. Now, you know, it's been said, success has many mothers, and failures, nobody can find them. Anyway, recognize, and so I'm just going to call out a number of names and organizations that have helped, and then we're going to go on to one of our main donors. Harris County Community Services Department, you heard from them. Texas General Land Office, Congressman Al Green, MD Anderson Foundation, the Brown Foundation, the Cullen Foundation, the Cullen Trust for Healthcare, the William Stamps Parish Fund, the Fondren Foundation, the George Foundation, Albert and Ethel Bernstein Charitable Foundation, the Huffington Foundation, LabCorp, J.E. and L.E. Mabee Foundation, Now, they all contributed, but one of our leaders in this effort have been the Chow family. And so we're so proud to have this building named after the Chow family. As mentioned earlier, James was not able to be here, or Dorothy, but we do have Albert Chow. And let me ask Albert Chow to come up at this time to say a few words. And I know Ann said, no, Albert's going to do the talking, but Ann, come on up too.
Other elected officials from the state, the county, the city, and friends. Ann and I are very honored and proud to be here today. I know I'm the last speaker on the list, at least scheduled, so I'll try to be brief. And we're very honored to be here presenting our family. We're from Gordon. Our brother actually is overseas, and my sister is in Florida, so we could be here. So we are the representative for our Chow family and the T.T. Wei Fong Chow Foundation to celebrate with you a new beginning for this remarkable healthcare facility that we've seen in the rendition here will be reality. I was wondering, fall 2022, 1 year from now, that's a very short time. I hope it's possible, but I'm sure it'll be fantastic. And we're so honored to have our parents' name, T.T. Wei Fong Chow Foundation, with the Hope Health and Wellness Center. It's a long word, so maybe we can abbreviate in the future. So I'd like to congratulate Dr. Andrea Caracostas and the staff and all of you who have worked so hard to make this reality. It takes more than a village. I think it takes a nation, from Congressman to the state, the city, and the county, to make it in all of you, and you'll make it possible. And we heard from the generous donations from other foundation donors that you have a billboard, list some of the names and go to mention, and really many of you who will make this possible and reach the $33 million goal. So many of us, including Ed and I and our family members, are immigrants to the U.S. And we came to here to make our lives better for our families, for ourselves, and to live the American dream that all of us, you heard Congressman Green Mainstream, we are blessed to be here in this great country. And immigrants, we all knew that there'll be new challenges, including language, livelihood, and health care for us and our family. And if you heard that Hope Clinic was founded in 2022 by many of the founders of the Asian American Health Coalition, with a mission to provide quality and affordable health care without prejudice to people of Houston in a culturally and linguistically competent manner. And it started, as you heard, from a single rental facility with part-time staff. Today, we heard it has 4 facilities reaching out to its patients, and with a full-time staff and serving over 100,000 patients visits a year in 30 different languages. It's amazing. And to the founders of Hope Clinic, the board members, Dr. Andrea Caracostas, and the entire staff of the Hope Clinic, we salute you for your amazing achievements, the leadership and service to the greater Houston community. How about a round of applause? Our parents will be so proud and honored. The name and foundation will be associated with this superb new clinic. And we've been part of the Hope Clinic for many years, including the early effort to purchase this land, upon which we stand today. We will be breaking ground shortly. And in behalf of our brother James and his wife Lydia, and our sister Dorothy, husband Charles, we should thank you for this great honor, and also coming here today to celebrate together on this groundbreaking for Hope Clinic to better serve our community. We thank you very much.
Well, actually, I've deviated the program. I skipped over a person who's going to be our last speaker because she is such a special person. The leader of the Hope Clinic, this drive, the vision, incarnate with her drive. Let's all give a big round of applause to Dr. Andrea Flores. Please let's give a standing ovation.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here in this hot day. Be thankful it's October and not August. I really want to thank you for taking time to share this special moment with us. This is in the groundbreaking of the new and own Hope Clinic home. And thank you so much for the Child Foundation to really supporting and making this dream possible. I want to start by saying that nobody more than Hope Clinic knows what a community that works together can accomplish. This is what Hope Clinic does best and what we will continue doing. This day is a result of collaborative planning effort that started in 2016 when we purchased this land we stand today. We couldn't be more excited to see how much to see this much needed and awaited community health center finally come to life. This state-of-the-art facility is a commitment to our diverse community, a promise to our patients, and a dedication to our staff. The center will be equipped to provide state-of-the-art, dignified medical care to our diverse community and will create a solid foundation so that the future generations can continue to grow in this dream of equity and cooperation. The location of this new center is very important. It is central to the diverse community Hope Clinic serves. Our vision for the center goes way beyond the walls of a physical facility. Hope Clinic wants to act as a catalytic agent, activating long-term economic development, bringing new businesses, creating new jobs, and generating a positive change in this area. This campus will include a large garden that you can see in the renderings. With walking spaces, we will host a diverse number of activities that will allow us to help the community navigate and stay and coalesce together. This design also includes a ground floor that can be activated as an emergency response center with independent generators, water filtration system, community cell phone charging, Wi-Fi station, as well as space to set up supply distributions, drive-through testings and screenings, and an independent walk-in clinic that can be activated in case of any urgent need. I want to take a minute to acknowledge the hard work, endless hours of dedication of our board, the fundraising and building committees, our Hope staff leadership, finance, and fundraising teams. Please give them a big round of applause. I also want to acknowledge Harriet Latimer and Associates, Paul Breckenbridge, as well as M Strategic Team for their guidance and dedication. I'm certainly far from a fundraiser or an engineer, and I couldn't have been here without them. I can tell you, that I would have never able to dream of raising $33 million for this facility in a year and a half. And I can see in all your faces that you've all been next to me. It's a small gathering, but we've all been hand to hand together in raising and getting into this, reaching this goal. And I cannot thank you enough. Like Mr. Chow said, this is the American dream. I came here when I was 25 years old, 25 years ago, so, you know. And I really, really would have never imagined I would be sitting here, but I owe it to my parents and I owe it to my poor country, Bolivia, to be able to really live this dream and be able to give back everything that this country has given me. Well, it's time to put our shovels together and roll up our sleeves and dirty our beautiful shoes, and let's dig in. And I want to invite certainly Ms. Ann and Mr. Albert Chow, as well as the elected officials, Harris County Service Department, the GLO, Congressman Al Green, of course. Congressman, you're like this amazing soul that I know I can count on, that it takes, that you will always answer my calls and always, really reach out because you understand, you deeply understand what is to need help. And Congressman Fletcher, I know this is not your district, but you've really been so involved and supportive of all our other efforts. We have a sister clinic in your district, and we appreciate. And Jay, I mean, I can't tell enough. You're just like a brother here. You're always a brother of Hope Clinic, keeping an eye on us, thinking about us, providing us hand sanitizers, water, and everything we need when we're desperate. So thank you, my friends. Thank you, my family. And let's get digging.
All right. Now, I know we have a great lineup tonight for the Astros against the Red Sox, but we have a great lineup today, too. Leading off, Congressman Al Green, please come up. Congressman Lizzie Fletcher, please join us here. Andrea Holloway, please join us here. Roger Bridgewater. Heather LeGrand, please come join us. Albert and Dr. Ann Chow. David Acosta, Dr. Garakatis, and I'm going to take a privilege here if I could. I see one of the founders of the clinic, Dr. Beverly Moore, my sister. Come on up.
So I do the communications piece for all the faculties that we do 4 districts here, and then East Aldie, Spring Branch.
You're going to either have to sit down there or stand really tall on your chair.
7 little governments.
To get a good
Same
shot.
thing as I used to do, just in the private sector. Well, what, you mean your the second or first being your insurance still?
Oh, no, you're fine. I think it's all the other cameramen.
So just wait for them to post it to social.
Yes, that's right.
Take a screenshot.
That's right.
It's going to be no matter what. Even when you're on the mid-side of the majority. I mean, it is so different now. We were there then. I'm not saying it's easier, but it's just so different. Who's that? Which one? Well, no. He's at the bar right now.
Can everyone hold up your shovels?
I'm
out, man. Good to see you. We've got less when we get here.
Together in better times.
You're in the ordinary. Probably I want to meet you up there.
Can y'all get the
You know, our park's opening up soon up there.
We got the groundbreaking, the ribbon cutting on the new office building, amphitheater on the 25th. I know Adrian's been invited to come.
The Rice House doesn't talk to the left side about it, so you call me.
I'll send you the info. Okay? I will.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, everyone hold up your shovels just a little bit. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry, here you go. There you go.
1, 2, 3, turn.
He's done done this before.
Great job by everyone. Thank you for coming. We have refreshments over there. Please help yourself. It's a coffee, pastries, and of course camaraderie. Thank you.
These are washable. They're all wash through some grass and I'm done.
There you go. Wet grass.
Probably dry by now. Yeah. Out here you learn to take off your jacket.
You were all together, right?
Good trip.
Yeah. It was just weird getting here because we didn't know where we were going. I mean, the invitation had the other thing.
It had me, oh it did? It had me going to this block. And then I just like, that's not so then, anyway, I saw that long line of cars down there. Did you park down there at the very end?
Yeah, we're in the neighborhood. It'll be fine. I figured parking in front of somebody's house is safer than parking in front of this one.